This is Goldenrod, one of my very favorite plants ever. Now, a lot of people think that goldenrod causes their seasonal allergies, but actually it doesn't. If it weren't so windy, you would be able to see lots of bees crawling all over this goldenrod. In fact, I think I can show you one over here, because there's one still crawling. Let's see if I can get him. And that is because goldenrod is bee pollinated, or all kinds of pollinated. Or in other words, the pollen of goldenrod is too heavy to be carried on the wind. So it has to be carried by insects. And that means that you can't breathe in that pollen and sneeze or have hay fever symptoms. So why do we so frequently think that goldenrod is the cause of seasonal allergies? Because there's another plant blooming right about now called ragweed. And that plant is low to the ground and it's inconspicuous and it doesn't have these beautiful showy flowers. In fact, its flowers are the same color as its foliage. So you don't really notice ragweed much. That's the plant that's responsible for all the sneezing. Goldenrod can actually help you with that. Goldenrod supports kidney health, has a lot of anti-inflammatory action, is really lovely for seasonal allergies, and two of my favorite ways to work with goldenrod. One is, it is a great friend if you have braces. If you make a tea from the flowers of goldenrod and just drink that very slowly, it is so soothing in the mouth to all those little cuts that you get on the side of your mouth from braces, or any other reason that you might have little cuts in the side of your mouth, or an abscess, or any kind of other pain in the mouth. Goldenrod also has a lovely emotional health aspect. Goldenrod can really help us to just keep going when it's so hard to do, when we feel like we've been doing the same old thing every single day and we're tired of it and we have to do it again tomorrow. Goldenrod is just so helpful to help you keep on keeping on. Now, I like to harvest the flowers right about now. Even yesterday would have been fine. If you harvest them any later than this, then when you dry them, they will really fluff up. Now, if they do, don't throw them away. Still have them in your tea, but it's nicer if you can catch them before they will fluff up. I like to harvest just this amount right here, just this sprig. So there's not so many leaves and it's mostly flowers. And the reason I like that is because the flowers are super delicious. They taste like honey, and that is where a lot of the volatile oil content is. A lot of the antimicrobial, the anti-inflammatory type content is in there. And the leaves have a more bitter profile. Now, I do like a little bit of leaf in there because those bitter constituents are good too. But the flowers for me are really where it's at. In order to get just the flowers though, you do have to harvest it yourself. It's pretty difficult to find that in commerce. So again, when your goldenrod looks like this is the time to go out and snip some, and only snip one branch from any given plant. That way you're leaving plenty behind for the bees and the other pollinators, and you are leaving plenty behind to form seeds so that you will have the next generation of goldenrod next year.